Okay, hi there everybody. Let's see. I have been having problems in the amount of time I've been spending answering your comments, and it's wonderful to answer your comments, but it's taking more and more time, and soon I'm going to get to the point where it's going to be just about impossible for me to answer everybody. So I'm going to try a new system here. Okay, I don't know, I'd like some comments from you as to what you think about it. So let's just try it. So from Mohammed, in order to get what you want, you have to jump over some hoops, some pitfalls. Okay, I would say to jump over some hoops. It's probably to jump through hoops is the phrase you're looking at, is to fulfill the requirements of something, to jump over some pitfalls. That would definitely work. Avoiding any sort of potential pitfalls is such a hard thing. I would just say avoiding any potential pitfalls is such a hard thing because you don't know from where your pitfalls are going to come. From where your pitfalls are going to come. You can't overcome them by setting a contingency plan. But I got another one, which is falling out. So to fall out, no, this isn't the same as pitfall. To have an argument, I fell out with my friend. I had a falling out with my friend. I fell out with my boss and I nearly got sacked. Okay, let's look at this next one then. So Nigel Bishop, thank you, Nigel. Getting around on a bicycle, as I hear many do in Amsterdam, is a revenant practice. I applaud. Yeah, great English. I love it, Nigel. So, Mohammed Ismail. Hi, teacher. I'm glad to listen to the new word you explained. Thanks again. My pleasure. Thanks for watching, Mohammed. And Neog. Hi, Jinty. China's military forces aggression, that's good English, into the region that has been associated with Indian territory in perpetuity, perforce puts the Indian army's noses out of their joint. Okay, the there is probably not necessary. Perforce puts the Indian army's noses out of joint. I think I might make this singular as well, but noses works. Okay, so mannequin. We should all be libertarian. Okay, good. Does the government like libertarians? Probably not. Libertarianism is great. Libertarians are great. Good. Okay. Neog, his condescending hauteur gets the backup of the attended guests. So firstly, attended. Well, the attended guests are the people that are attended by the service. Okay, this is to get somebody's back up. So I like his condescending hauteur. I would say gets the guests' backs up. Yeah? Okay, get someone's back up. And the someone should go here. Okay, vector sphere designs, cool. Thank you for watching. Great that you watched Esoteric. And mannequin, we should learn semiotics. Gangs use semiotics. Fine. Good English. I must put my back into my studies. Good English, Neog. Mohammed, the verb brew and its phrasal verb to brew up. So to brew, to make beer. Beer is made in a brewery, yeah? To brew, to ferment. You could brew tea, yeah? Do you want me to brew up? Do you want me to make tea, yeah? A brew. So a witch's brew, a potion, yeah? So to brew, to make some sort of thing by heating and boiling in a pot or by fermenting it or things like that. Okay, Mohammed, the cadence of the broadcaster started to be started to be higher. You can't have more and ER. When one of the two teams creates, so started, created, starts, creates. You've got to have concordance of tense. Creates a chance on the goal. Does it have something to do with tonation? No, you mean intonation. Intonation, yeah? Intonation. Intonation. Okay, and Fran. So, I won't miss out on your videos. We will try not to miss out on the good things in life. That's really good English, Fran. Good example. Well done, sir. And Ossie, so many thanks for watching. You've been a very faithful viewer. Thank you, Ossie. And you watch Semiotics and Libertarian. Thank you again, Ossie Tal. My gratitude goes out to you. So, Francisco, Fran, Paco, I don't know. Good adjective. They're too cool for school. A stuck-up person. Okay, to be stuck up. So, my character Henry is incredibly stuck up. He thinks he's just better than everyone else. His nose is stuck up. Okay, Patricia. I think it's simpler than thank God. Than that, thank God. For example, I give you a rating, a thumbs up. You will see a heart. Maybe 2. Maybe red heart, white heart, etc. 3, maybe more. Where do you see red? Nowhere. Nowhere. How can you see red when I'm giving your rating a video? I love this, giving your rating a video. I'm giving your comment a video. I'm no optician, and I'm not talking about an optical illusion, and I do not think of fashion when I see the alligator. It scares me to death. I will need a saviour to bring me succour. Ask the Venus de Milo, she lives in the Louvre. I'm glad the beast is not on my blouse, because if that were the case, and if it started nibbling, then it would really take my breath away. Okay, that's very good, P. And Mohammed, in order to make your business pick up steam in a short period of time, you need to hire some specious salesmen. Specious talks about something that's irrelevant. It's not really what you want. So I think some additional salesmen. So Mohammed, poise, swagger, confidence. Yes, to be debonair, to have poise. What's happened here? Oh, I wish it wouldn't do that. Okay, so oh, I see. It's just decided to jump to a new one. It's gone to a video comment. Just bear with me 1 second, if you would. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Sorry about the delay. This'll come back. Okay, so it's probably going to start right at the top now. Okay, let me go the other direction then. So, unbecoming, technical analysis, please. Okay, something that's unbecoming, it doesn't become you. So, unbecoming is an adjective. This is behaviour unbecoming to a gentleman, not suitable, not appropriate. Yeah? An unbecoming statement, an adjective, an uncountable adjective. So, Donito, brilliant channel. Thank you very much. Ronan, I herald your channel is going to be much more popular this year. Thank you very much, Ronan. And you watched Herald as well. Great. Thanks for watching. Okay. And Se An Tien An Va Ca Con. That looks like a Vietnamese name to me, but maybe I'm wrong. Wow, every time I search for a difficult to explain word, I see it in your videos. Thanks so much. As they say here, happy to help. And, okay, and to crow. Ronan's been watching to crow at something. Yeah, he's crowing about his victory. Thank you. So hopefully 105,000 viewers by this weekend. It's possible. Today's Wednesday, so maybe. And level-headed. Yeah, you sound like quite a level-headed guy, Roland. Thanks for commenting. So, charade. Your videos can be more useful if what you say can be read as subtitles at the bottom of the video. Your explanation is always very lucid and precise. That's a very nice comment. But notice, Sharad, there should be automatic subtitles on this video. Yeah, look for the YouTube subtitles. Look down in the bottom right hand corner of the video and try and turn on the subtitles, and they should come automatically. Okay, so Patricia, she admired him because of his quiet calm, his humour, his intrepidity, his intrepidness, I might say, his audacious manoeuvres in everyday life. Good English, Patricia. So, this quiz, could we have more of this? It's short, sweet, stimulating, and full of wild imagery. Yeah, it was a mistake that I published this like this, but it gave rise to me actually making this, so I think maybe it's quite a good thing. Shahid, hi there Shahid. Indeed, you were presentient by guessing we will put this word in comments. Yeah, very definitely. In ancient Greece, mighty kings such as Leonidas, before waging war, they asked for an audience with the oracle for her prescience. So Leonidas, before waging war, asked for an audience from the oracle for her prescience. And Ali, hello, can you please explain the meaning of the word contend? Okay, we use contend in two different ways. To compete in a competition, so there are people contending for the gold medals in the Winter Olympics. Yeah, they are contending for the championship. They're contending for a prize. So to compete with, we are contending with this dreaded lurgy of COVID. Yeah, so to contend with something, but also to contend, to argue. So I contend that this is the wrong thing to do. It is my argument that. Yeah, it's my contention. What I contend is this. I contend that you have understood this in the wrong way. This is what I think. Okay, Nitu, great. Sometimes your instincts succeed in sending prescient cues of future events, and when such phenomena take place, your belief in intuitions, prescience, intrinsically begin to grow. That's a lovely piece of English, Nitu. Well done, good English. Everton. He's an educated man, but his excessive tattoos detract. Tattoos, plural, detract, singular, detract from his overall personality. Good. Fran, it would take me a few minutes, ballpark figure, to watch another video from your channel. So the grammar here is out. A ballpark figure for, yeah, a few minutes is a ballpark figure of how long it will take me to watch another video from your channel. Okay. Politicians are loose cannons. Maybe they don't always, or they will not always let us down. Politicians are loose cannons. Or maybe they won't always let you down. Okay. Giliola. In Semiotics, two cases strike me particularly. Mothers who recognize the different crying of the newborn according to his needs, and the language of lovers when they do not know if the other is in love or not. Good. I like this idea of the mother knowing what the baby wants, even though the baby can't talk. Very definitely. That's good English. So, Giliola. I'm going to say Giliola. And Natalia Morozova. Arabic ligature or a single hieroglyph, a complex cipher, a human smile as a means of conveying meaning. and in a sense even a dog wagging its tail. All these phenomena can become the subject of study in semiotics, can become the subject of study of semiotics. Okay, yeah, I think that probably works. So, Paxton Knupp. But Oreos get soft when they're stale. Oh yes, most certainly they do. Okay, Belrose. People perceived his comments as indecorous and unbecoming to the rape allegation. Yeah, okay. People perceived his comment as indecorous. I would probably put the rape allegation in front. People perceived his comment to the rape allegation as indecorous and unbecoming. Neog. I've seen two versions of this phrase. Time and tide wait for no man. Time and tide wait for none. Okay. Now this goes on. Time and tide waits for no man. Time and tide waits for none. So you're asking about this S. So whilst the online Cambridge Dictionary prefers the one with the S after the word waits, I've seen a couple of grammar blogs and sites advocate the use of the latter version. Okay, time and tide wait for no man. They illustrate that since time and tide basically seek to convey the same sense, they should be regarded as one simple subject, as opposed to two different subjects, which leads to the conclusion that the latter version is grammatically correct. In my opinion, both are correct. I think it depends if you're thinking about them as one unit or two units, and I think it's effectively how you feel about them. Apparently there's an Old English word called tide, which according to the online etymology dictionary refers to a point in time or news, but it also used to convey a sense of occasion, event, season, etc. In fact, the latter sense is still in use in certain extant vocabulary. For example, tidings of COVID and joy, COVID and joy. In this sentence, you may have meant to imbue the latter sense, definitely. Going by the logic, therefore, the latter version, the one with the S at the end of the word, seems correct. Yeah, the tidings are good. I would say are good. I think in this case you can use both, Ginty. Okay, prank it. There is a pervading feeling of impending lockdown. He perforce has to squirrel away monies to sustain his family during the long fallow weeks. Okay. Givanesh. Can I say semiotics has been used wonderfully by the advertisement world in marketing strategies? Yes, very definitely. I would probably say advertising world, but this is a very good sentence, Girvanesh. No, Girvanesh. Mohammed. Does it have anything to do with the phrase beating around the bush? Tergiversation, very definitely. Or these other phrases that indicate not attentively focusing on what the other side of the conversation is saying. Tergiversation is to avoid the question, to beat around the bush, to try not to answer the question. And great one. So what do you think about this word, backflip? I've heard it somewhere, and I just wonder if I can use it metaphorically, meaning to do an about face. A change of heart about something. Does it work? Okay, yes. Let's give this situation a backflip. Let's backflip it. I would probably more normally just use flip without the back, but yes. So, correspondence. These collocations are so confusing. Could you give me a bunch of examples of how it's used literally? So firstly, correspondence, letters. Yeah. Could you send me my correspondence? I guess all of these comments are correspondence. Corresponding. So I have A, B, and C. And A corresponds to the first one. B corresponds to the second one. C corresponds to the third one. Is linked to, is for, is joined to. So if I use the word a herd, this corresponds to a herd of cows or a herd of cattle. Yeah, and this is the idea of correspond. So Fernando Gonzalez Villavicencio. Do I have a video on verbs such as rotate, spin, whirl or turn? I've definitely got one on spin. If you type into the search box I swear English and spin, you will find it. I'm pretty sure there's one on rotate. I'm certain there's one on whirl. And turn, well, maybe that might be slightly more general. Okay, Mohammed. Great one. Could be used in many different funny situations. A spoof, definitely. I called my friend and told him there's a problem with me. Told him I've got... It's done it again. Why does it keep doing this? And it's gone to the specific one. I didn't click anything. Okay, so it's not very happy about this. Here it comes. This is going to be harder to find this time. That's unfortunate. Okay, so bear with me just a second. Oh, I've got some new ones. Okay, the Japanese chess-like game of shogi, professional players. In the Japanese chess-like game of shogi, professional players can examine and read the more than 100 moves. You're talking about Go. This is a wonderful game. Their prescience is what sets them apart from amateur players. They can use part of their brain associated with intuitive or habitual behaviours to establish a best next move. I would probably say the best next move. I love the game of Go. Katia, great to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, and yes, I did that. Let me scroll down to where we got to. I was nearly there as well. Frustrating. Corresponding. Okay, this one here. Okay, yes, I called my friend and told him there's a problem with me. Told him I've got a problem. Consequentially, he got off like a shot. He came like a shot. He left like a shot and came to me. But it was just a spoof. Yeah, that's fine. After 2 years cooped up and having online classes, finally my in-person classes are back. A great example, Everton. Mohammed. Those who are in positions of power arrogate to themselves. I'd probably arrogate themselves as the only sort of people that have the call to do whatsoever they want. It works both ways, and positive and negative, right? Yeah, to arrogate, to give yourself a power, or to give someone a power. Don't make any serious decisions while you're in agony, in anguish. Yeah, agony, pain, anguish is more mental. Mohammed, duly noted. This combination, what does it mean, sir? I often come across the word duly and I find them together. So duly, appropriately, and noted means I'm going to remember it. I've written it down. I've written it down in my mind. So due, what you say is reasonable and I have taken note. Yeah? So it is due from me. It's reasonable from me to do this. Okay, so there's a pair here from Ronan. I've watched all your I will have watched, good tense use, all your videos by the Easter of 2022. I think you're probably talking about the live streams, and that's very good. And I will want to re-watch them afterwards from time to time. Okay, Mohammed, we're all tipsy before sleeping. Well, only if you drink alcohol. As I don't drink alcohol, I don't get tipsy. Tipsy's talking about this feeling from drinking alcohol. I was fretting about not being able to get a job after 1 year searching for them, searching for one, trying and getting rejected in all interviews. Okay, just a good example of fret. Job 1. Okay, Mohammed. Introverts usually think that's the way. So to trespass. The way if I ask that person for help or anything else, he might be understanding. No, he might understand it as a way of trespassing over his boundaries. So it's better to fall back. So it's better to fall back on not asking that person for help. But this is just a trespass to himself, because you'll never get something you never asked for. Ask and you shall receive, as the saying goes. So, hi PE, congrats on the YouTube silver plate. Thank you very much. And Mohammed, what's the difference between it? Okay, that takes the biscuit, to take the biscuit. The last nail in the coffin, the straw that's broke the camel's back. So first I would say that's it. I just can't take any more. That really takes the biscuit. It's just too much. Yeah, that's the last nail in the coffin. This talks about something collapsing and not working anymore. The same with the straw that broke the camel's back. And then this icing on the cake, this is a positive one. An extra something that's good. So, thank you, Douglas Russ. Thank you for watching Esoteric. So, Mohammed, does it have something to do with grudge when it's used to force someone to do something that he doesn't even have half a mind to do? To do something grudgingly. Yeah, he grudgingly agreed to help him, but he didn't really help me, but he didn't really want to. And then I think this is the last one, Zineb Gorin. So great. Well, thank you for watching Trapes. And I think I've just covered all of them. So, bye for now.